This is the Frontrunner 90-liter waterproof Typhoon duffel bag. Okay, full disclosure, I overlooked this bag when it first came out. Like, Frontrunner had released it on their website. I took a look and I'm like, yeah, that's cool, but I have too much gear and I don't need any more gear. And then at the Southeast Adventure Vehicle Expo, I was speaking with Samir from Frontrunner and he asked me, you own our Typhoon bag, right? And I said, no, I have too many duffel bags, man. I don't need another one. And he said, oh no, you need this one. And he sent this over to me and I saw all the features it has that my other duffel bags could not do. And now I cannot live without this thing. And I'm about to show you why. Now before I show you all those other features, let's start with the basics. It's a duffel bag. It has your basic stuff. You have your handles up here, you have your compression straps here that have clips on them. They clip also to the sides, and it has a flat base, which is really good if you want to be able to put it down somewhere it's not kind of rounded out on you. It'll sit flat, especially on a roof rack. That's pretty much what this is designed for you to take cargo out of the inside of your vehicle, put it inside this bag, strap it onto the roof, go through rain, go through storms, go through snow, and everything that's inside will be protected while giving you the extra space inside your vehicle for other stuff. Now, as far as materials, the base of this thing is made with a 10,000 PVC coated TPE. The rest, the main body, is made with a 5,000 PVC coated TPE. Now the straps are made with ballistic nylon, and then inside on the bottom, there's a tray that basically keeps the shape of this together, and that's made with a formed PU with a nylon cover. Now the dimensions of this is about 26 inches long, 17.7 inches wide, and then when it's opened, it's about 19.7 inches high, but then it can collapse down to 9.8 inches high. Now to give you an idea how big that actually is, if you own the Frontrunner Cub Packs, 2 of these will actually fit in here. Now I only have 1 Cub Pack with me, but you can fit 2 of them in here. It's a little bit tight getting it in, but it can definitely fit. Best way I found to do it is, the first one is to just go ahead and drop it in like this, and then once it's inside, go ahead and turn it the other way so you can drop the other one in. Go ahead and slide that in there, and now you have room for another one right here, but you still have tons of room at the top to put more things in. Now they claim that this thing is waterproof, and we're going to test that in just a little bit, but that's the whole purpose of the Typhoon bag, is because you can put this on a roof rack and it can stand typhoons. Water not getting inside is pretty much the point, because they want you to be able to remove stuff from the inside of your vehicle, put them all in here, strap it to your roof rack, and free up some space inside your vehicle. That being said, this is not going to open and close like a duffel bag with a zipper. It's going to open and close similar to a dry bag to keep your contents dry. So how you do that, we're going to go ahead and take off the straps for a minute, and then unclip the top clips right here, and then take off the clips on the sides. And then once you do that, this thing will unroll. So you have this really, really long Velcro strap right there. I mean, it expands the entire length of the bag. And then once you get that off, then this thing will unroll, and you see just how tall this thing is. All right, cool. Nothing really special yet, but I'm about to show you why I really, really love this bag. Let's get some stuff inside this thing. So I got some blankets here, a couple of those. Got a blanket, let's get that in there. So you take this and then you start to fold it down until those Velcros line back up again. Go ahead and latch down the sides. Now this is the part that my other bags cannot do and I absolutely love. Right here is a valve, and this valve is what helps you compress this thing down. That is a game changer for me because now I can stuff this thing, get it down really tight so it's compact, put it on the roof, and I don't have this humongous duffel bag that's just like filled with air. So now I can go ahead and get those compression straps in, really get this thing cinched down, even tighten up the sides if I need to. Get this thing to be as low profile as I can possibly make it. And now I have a bag that I can throw on top of the vehicle that's as compact as I can possibly make it. Now what I really like outside of the functionality is that it looks like classic Front Runner. If you know Front Runner products, you know that they have a look to their stuff and they made sure that this didn't divert from that. Everything about this thing just speaks Front Runner. So if you're a fan of their look, then you're really gonna like this bag. Simple branding, Front Runner logo on one side, Front Runner logo on the other side, and that's it. Nothing crazy, no huge kind of extravagant designs anywhere. It's just your simple logo, so it makes this really nice without it sticking out too much. All the stitching is done in white, so that kind of offsets the black a little bit, adds that really nice detail. And of course, all the stitches are double stitched with some cross stitching in areas that you know is gonna get stressed out. All the clips, all the buckles are very rigid. You even have some tie downs on each side of this thing. So if you're tying this down to a roof rack, perfect spot to tie these things down with. And then over on the side, you've got really comfortable handles here. I like when duffel bag companies know that you might be making this heavy and they make the handle really nice to hold on to. And even there you have cross stitching there as well to make sure that that doesn't get worn after a while. You also have some tie down points on each side as well. So if you're gonna tie it on this side, you can do so. And then all the other areas where they have seams, everything has been heat treated and stitched really nicely. So they want to make sure that there's no water intrusion in this thing. Just solidly built, and it looks really good. I really wanted to test this thing out by putting it on the roof rack and then driving through the rain. I figured it's Florida, it's gonna rain at some point. And yet, it has been clear for like the last 3 days. There's not even a single cloud in the sky, and we don't have rain scheduled again until next week. Like really? And then when I don't want you to rain, that's when you throw a typhoon at me. Ah, typhoon. So we're gonna do the next best thing. We're gonna simulate some rain right now and see how waterproof this thing really is. Now I think it's pretty fair to say that this thing got pretty wet. Now, let me go ahead and open it up and see if the blankets inside are still dry. I mean, look at that. Inside, completely dry. Doesn't feel damp. No water got in there. That's pretty cool. So how do I plan to use this bag when I already have a ton of other duffel bags? Well, this bag actually solves a problem that I've had every time I've gone camping and overlanding that I've never found an actual good solution for. Prior to this bag, I had been using the Front Runner Wolf Pack to carry my bedding. I needed something that I can put my bedding in that is waterproof so I can strap it to the roof. But the problem with one of these, and although it held up as far as water and storms are concerned, is that it's not very big to hold that type of stuff. So I've been very limited with what I can put in here. Basically what I've been able to fit are our Gorilla Dirt Sherpa blanket, and then I could stuff in a couple of these kind of packable blankets, and that fits just fine. And then the rest of the space, I would put the thinner blankets that we would use inside the rooftop tent to cover that mattress, but that's about it. So pillows, I would take the pillows and just kind of stuff them inside the vehicle, and they're in the cargo area. And if it's colder, then we need to bring sleeping bags that are not gonna fit in here. So I stuffed those in there as well. And so now I have like my sleeping stuff kind of scattered throughout. Now, however, I can go ahead and put that Sherpa blanket in here. I can put, if I needed it, the packable blankets in there. And then when we're going camping and overlanding in the cold, I can now actually fit sleeping bags in here as well. I have just the right sizes to fit both of them in here. Now I have everything for my bedding in one bag. I don't have to worry about scattering them everywhere. It's all contained in here. And if we go somewhere where we know it's not gonna be cold, then I can take out those sleeping bags and put pillows instead. But what really excites me is where I'm actually gonna mount this thing. And now for my favorite part, because this is waterproof and I can store it up here, I now have access to all my bedding from inside the tent without me having to take the bag down and bring it up the ladder. And I should put a Cub Pack up here too, just for all of our living necessities that we need inside this tent. Yeah, that's a good idea. And that is why I am loving this bag. Waterproof, all the contents will stay dry, which means I can now mount it to the roof rack, and then I can mount it to the roof rack where it's easily reachable from inside the rooftop tent, which means this never has to come down. But of course, no review is complete without some concerns, and really my only concern is if I mount this to the front of the roof rack and we're going down trails with some low-lying branches, will those branches poke through this thing? Now, I know Front Runner makes really high quality products. I'm hoping that this material stands up to stuff like that, because those branches could be really sharp. And what I don't want is to be driving down a narrow trail and then one of those branches kind of slaps onto this thing and one of those branches kind of gouges into the bag. I'm really hoping that that's not the case, but I guess that's something we will find out. And if it does, I will make sure to let you know. But anyway, that's it. I don't know if you've noticed, but in these past few videos lately, I've been trying to be more conscious about making these videos more concise and getting to the point faster. I'm hoping that'll help bring the view duration up. If you enjoyed the video, or if you didn't, make sure you comment below. Please make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, also click that notification bell so we can let you be aware of new videos when they come out. And also, if it moves you, please support us on Patreon so we can continue to make more content like this. It'll give you access to all of our live streams that we do at the end of the month. And it also gives you access to videos earlier than when everyone else sees it. And as always, don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Baptism Overland. My name is Asia Sampson, and I will see you next time. I mean, it's not like I'm a big person, but the fact that I fit in here is still shocking.